Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping straight into collaboration.
Right. Working together.
Exactly. And your sources dig into what happens when we team up. That basic idea of getting something done as a group.
Mm-hmm. But it also touches on, well, the tricky parts, doesn't it? Even the definition itself has that slightly negative wartime connotation sometimes.
That's true. But mostly here, it's a personal look. And the big question we're trying to unpack is really, what makes working with others, easier or sometimes harder than just doing it yourself?
That's the core of it.
We've got some personal thoughts from the sources, a quote that makes you think, and even a funny picture.
A bit everything.
Yeah. So our mission, let's try and pull out the practical stuff like when does collaboration actually work and why does it sometimes just fall flat?
Okay, let's dive in. It's interesting. The sources immediately mention how we kind of lean one way or the other.
Oh, you mean like whether you prefer working with people?
Yeah, exactly. It points out this difference. You might really want to collaborate when you feel stuck or, need a fresh angle.
Right, looking for new ideas.
But then if you feel like you've got a handle on it, you know the process inside out. Maybe you'd rather just work alone.
That really clicks with me, actually. I definitely feel that sometimes.
Does it?
Totally. And it brings up that point about when collaboration is actually, well, fun. The source says it's hard to pin down beforehand.
Yeah, that elusive fun factor.
Mm-hmm. But that you sort of instinctively know it once you're in it. It's that vibe, that connection.
Yeah.
It's just hard to manufacture, isn't it?
It really is. And we call it fun, but maybe that feeling is actually pointing to something deeper, like psychological safety, good rapport.
Oh, interesting. So the fun isn't just trivial. It's maybe a sign of a healthy group dynamic.
Could be. It might even be a surprisingly good predictor early on of whether the whole thing's going to fly or not.
Okay, but what if it's not fun? What if that spark just isn't there? The source is pretty blunt about it.
Yeah, what does it suggest?
It basically says, look, if it's not clicking, it's okay to politely find a way to just work on your own bit.
Just disengage gracefully.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about being difficult, just realizing the team up isn't actually helping achieve the goal right then.
That feels like, well, a pretty mature way to handle it. Recognizing when it's hindering things and having the emotional smarts to adjust course without a fuss. That's a useful skill.
Definitely. So moving on, a big reason to collaborate, according to the sources, is getting different perspectives. That seems key.
Oh, absolutely. That need for someone else's view, someone else's experience. That's often the main driver, isn't it?
Yeah, you want those aha moments you wouldn't get on your own.
Precisely. And it's not just about solving the immediate problem. Stepping back, it's about, building a richer understanding overall, more rounded solutions in the long run.
Like building a bigger picture together.
Exactly. Different pieces of the puzzle coming together.
Speaking of views, there's this quote in the source material from Shannon L. Alder. It's quite powerful.
What does it say?
One of the greatest regrets in life is being what others would want you to be, rather than being yourself. Heavy stuff. How does that fit with collaboration?
Wow, yeah. That really makes you think, doesn't it? It raises this crucial point. Collaboration involves give and take, sure. Shared effort.
But not losing yourself.
Right. It shouldn't mean you have to squash your own identity or pretend to be someone you're not just to fit in. Real strength comes when people feel okay bringing their actual unique ideas and values to the table.
Without fear of, being judged or having to conform completely.
Authenticity matters, even in a team.
Okay, and then there's the image. Did you see it? Two people laughing, holding a puzzle piece upside down?
I did. It's quite charming.
It is. It's simple, maybe a bit silly, but I thought it captured something important about working together.
What specifically?
Well, just the shared experience, the humor that can come up, the fact that things go wrong sometimes, you make mistakes together.
And you can laugh about it. It shows the human side,
Yeah.
right? Beyond just tasks and efficiency. It's also about connection, those shared moments, building relationships, even when you're trying to figure something out.
Exactly. So wrapping this deep dive up, what are the main takeaways for our listeners?
Well, I think number one, collaboration can be super valuable, especially when you're genuinely seeking those different viewpoints.
Right. And that feeling, the fun factor, or just a positive vibe, that's maybe more important than we think. A good sign.
Definitely. And it's okay to pivot if it's not working. Politely adjusting course is a valid option.
And crucially, that Shannon Alder point, hang on to your own authenticity. Don't lose yourself in the group.
Absolutely. Which leads to maybe a final thought for people to chew on.
Go for it.
Think back on your own collaborations, good ones, bad ones. What really made the difference? Was it the people, the goal? How did you handle that tension between the team's aim and your own way of seeing things?
Mm. And maybe ask yourself, looking back, did that fun feeling or lack of it actually predict how things turned out?
Exactly. Just something to reflect on for next time you're working in a team.